maiden name was Clark, for those of you who are new. And Marion Warren Clark had a one little puny only child named Joan. And we came to Mason's Island in 1934 or 1935, and it doesn't matter, and lived upstairs in 2 rooms at the yacht club. And I played, well, I didn't play, I was with, most of the time in the daytime, with the Filipino busboys, who gave me 17 different kinds of soda pop. I think we had buttons on my t-shirt of each kind. They were wonderful boys to me. There was a dance every Saturday night. Now, for those of you who don't know, my mother was 5'10" and a half. And one day, she and Daddy were sitting around the room in the yacht club with the band playing. And a young boy came up and bowed very properly and asked her to dance. His name was Billy Hartman. And my mother acquiesced and went up and got on the dance floor with Billy Hartman. And they danced to The Lady in Red and Deep Purple. Those were the songs of the day. And when they got all through, Billy Hartman started to take Mother back to her chair. And she said, "Billy, how much did they pay you to come and ask me to dance?" And he said, $5, ma'am. That was also the year that Hope Herbert and Ham Dodge were holding hands and walking up and down the dock. There was, as I say, a dance every Saturday night, and I used to be upstairs in the bedroom looking down at the dock, and I would see the cigarettes going over into the water, and it looked like a mini 4th of July to me. One day I played on a sandy beach in front of the cottage later owned by the Townsends, now owned by the Kiskills, with Mary Jane Rowe. We made cradles out of shells. They had rented that house for the summer. My parents came back often in the next years with my baby brother, but they shipped me off to camp. I wasn't here then. But I want you to know that they came with a maid and lived in the Levitt's log cabin, which is across from Billie Palmer's house, and is the tiniest thing, and the whole idea of these people having a live-in maid in these little bitty cottages is wonderful. In 1945, my mother and father rented Hope and Ham Dodge's house. He thought he was going to be drafted, so they moved back into the Herbert household. I babysat for Chester Nimitz, who had 2 little girls, and, get this, Tiny and Arnold Herbert, who had Susan and Heather. You all know who I'm talking about? They lived in Bill Dodge's boathouse. There was absolutely no activity. This island was so dead. And I was 18. And if you can imagine, fresh out of a big, fun high school senior year, here I was. Boom. Finally, I met Mig Halsey, and we became fast friends. We sailed in the Matey and smoked cigarettes. The war ended in August, and Mother took me, Mig, Tony to New London to watch the celebration. She didn't realize how many soldiers and sailors would be in New London. She beat them off with her umbrella. 1946, everything came to life. The boys were home. Parties, dances, mostly at the Watt Club. Jack Horn was counselor, only really he was a maintenance man. He mowed the lawn, raised the flag, and did all those kind of jobs, and lived in what was sort of leftover bathhouse over here. I gotta tell you, Nancy mentioned it, standing at our front door, red shutters, 6 Plover Lane, you could see the yacht club dock. Now think about that. Plover Lane to the yacht club dock was a straight line. There was nothing in between. The only house straight down from us was the Joneses' red cottage. When we sailed at night, I could see the lamppost light in our driveway when we were out there on the water. 1947, I was given a new Cape Cod knockabout, all white. I won the 4th of July race with Bill Levitt and the starting race with Hank Horn, both of which told me in a little, out a little, up a little, down a little. I didn't know what I was doing, but they did. The parents' social life was easy. You just asked everyone you knew for cocktails. There were so few people here that you just asked everybody. And in town were the Moores, the McKays, the Morrows, and the Soderbergs. We had races every Wednesday and Saturday. This is a cute story. A tall, nice-looking boy from the other side of the island would come and race. We asked him to join us for our parties on the beach, etc., but he never came. Standing next to him and crewing for him was a brown-haired girl who never let him out of her sight. That was Tom and Shirley Van Winkle.